Invasion 2021, Season 3, Episodes 1-7 Recap, spoilers ahead. Episode 1, The Ones We Leave Behind. The season jumps 2 years beyond the mothership crash. The world assumes the alien invasion is over. Travante returns to public life as a hero, alongside Casper, though Casper's true status is uncertain. At WDC, interrogators press Travante about his memories aboard the mothership. He describes strange structures in its walls and implies that alien systems may still be active. Around the globe, London, homes, etc., daily life resumes, but with disturbing anomalies. Birds fly erratically, pets behave nervously, and glowing orbs appear. The alien, hunter-killer, units have fallen back to the dead zone, the crash area, which now is hazardous to humans. The episode ends on unease. Travante's homecoming raises suspicion, and evidence suggests the alien threat was never truly eliminated. Episode 2, The Message. Focus shifts to Mitsuki Yamato, living in quiet isolation in rural Japan. She begins experiencing strange interference. Alien signals disrupt her senses, and she collapses while cutting her finger. Former operatives Agent Hollander and Nikhil Kapur reappear. Nikhil, in particular, seems burdened by hidden loyalties and secrets. The government and WDC become wary that some humans may still be linked to alien forces. Internal tension grows. Mitsuki's signal reconnects. Her tie to the alien presence reawakens, suggesting she remains central to the conflict. Episode 3, Infinitas. Anisha Medic and family have tried to rebuild a normal life. Boise seems calm on the surface, but tensions persist underneath. Travante and Jamila arrive seeking Anisha's help. They believe her connection to Casper, Luke, and the alien signal is key. Anisha struggles. Protect her children, yet be dragged back into the alien conflict she tried to escape. The episode concludes with a major reveal. Luke reestablishes contact with the alien signal, shattering the illusion of peace as alien presence reemerges. Episode 4, The Mission. Alien vines and portal activity resurge worldwide. Evacuations are ordered. WDC positions troops near portal zones. Mitsuki, Nikhil, and Travante are flown to Skywatch headquarters, WDC. Mitsuki confronts her past and questions Nikhil's role. Travante recalls visions from the mothership, spectral patterns, frequencies, and how Casper's EEG signals interfaced with them. The familiar, neurodarts, anti-alien weapons now fail. Alien vines link hunter-killers directly to the mothership, bypassing traditional defenses. Meanwhile, Clark, Jamila, and family attempt to rescue Anisha. They face obstacles crossing portal zones and bureaucratic interference. In the climax, a helicopter carrying Travante and Mitsuki flies into danger. Vines erupting from below threaten their flight path. Episode 5, Point of No Return, confirmed details. Travante, Mitsuki, and Nikhil navigate alien terrain and struggle to move deeper into zones affected by alien presence. Anisha, Clark, and Jamila escape via Infinitas safe routes, attempting to reach safety. Mitsuki makes a critical move. She grips an alien tentacle and becomes momentarily connected to the alien network. This causes a nearby hunter-killer to freeze, allowing her group to escape. Afterwards, Mitsuki collapses. Infinitas betrays the WDC. Marilyn Tanner slits Jack Hollander's throat inside a WDC airbase facility, turning her faction violently against the government. The betrayal sends chaos through the base. Infinitas soldiers open fire, and Joel, Marilyn's nephew, even attempts to destroy a fleeing helicopter with a grenade. Travante intervenes and survives while the rest flee. The WDC suffers a major blow. Hollander's death, loss of control, and destruction of the shard bomb meant for the mothership leave their mission jeopardized. Episode 6, Marilyn. This episode dives into Marilyn Tanner's origin and how she emerged as the leader of Infinitas. We see flashbacks. Marilyn working as a secretary, dealing with societal limitations, and her transformation during the initial invasion events. Joel, Marilyn's nephew, son of her sister Angie, is revealed as a central figure. His tech skill and grief fuel Infinitas' leaks and radical agenda. In the present, Marilyn positions herself openly against WDC, setting up conflict and consolidating her cult's power. Episode 7, Marilyn and Infinitas set an ambush to target Travante and WDC soldiers to free Joel and disrupt WDC operations. Internal distrust surfaces. Marilyn suspects allies like Caroline of compromise, increasing paranoia and factional tension. Mitsuki and Nikhil's bond fractures. Mitsuki, accused of alien affiliation, expects Nikhil to defend her, but he doesn't. In despair, she undertakes a dangerous mission. The episode ends on a cliffhanger. Heightened stakes, possible betrayals, and the looming threat of alien infiltration and sacrifice. Recap of Invasion Season 3, Episode 8, Life in the Dead Zone, in English. Spoilers ahead. Life in the Dead Zone, recap and analysis. Opening. The Gardener and Earth's transformation. Mitsuki Yamato begins the episode observing a mysterious new alien creature high up in the trees, which later becomes known as a gardener. She watches as it plucks fruit from strange plants and absorbs nutrients, suggesting its role is terraforming rather than attacking. She realizes that what she assumed was an invasion is being reframed. The aliens may be trying not to conquer Earth, but to reshape it into a habitat where their species can survive. Mitsuki tracks the gardener deep into a cavern system, hoping it will lead her toward the mothership. She carries the shard bomb, designed to destroy or disable the hive mind, in her backpack, with the intention of carrying out her mission. The cave collapses in alliance. As Mitsuki follows the gardener, the creature senses danger and emits a mental pulse or screech in warning. Instinctively, she resists being repelled. She warns the alien that such attacks won't work on her in the same way. The cavern collapses, trapping both Mitsuki and the gardener inside. The alien is injured in the collapse, and Mitsuki helps it despite the danger. They form a fragile pact. Mitsuki assists the creature, and in return it will help guide her onward. The gardener uses its long appendages to pull Mitsuki up, though she loses her oxygen tank and respirator in the process, leaving her extremely vulnerable to the toxic air of the dead zone. Encounters and conflict with Infinitas. Once outside, Mitsuki pursues the gardener through forested terrain toward the mothership, following its blood trail. She comes across a crashed WDC aircraft and finds the pilot's body suspended in a tree. On inspection, the pilot's veins are blackened, evidence that the air in the dead zone is toxic and has fatal physiological effects. As she scavenges the pilot's med kit, Mitsuki is ambushed by members of Infinitas, a cult-like group that worships the aliens. They tie her up, confiscate her gear, and bring her to a camp. In the Infinitas camp, the leader Carmichael appears, using a private oxygen tank while others suffer from lack of breathable air. Mitsuki is interrogated. Carmichael wants the shard bomb in her pack and questions her loyalties and motives. Rebellion, escape and the new leadership. Mitsuki, using her knowledge of knots and cunning, frees herself from captivity. She uses a rope trick, a bite, to untie her bonds. As she escapes, Carmichael is left bound. Conrad, one of Infinitas' enforcers, slits Carmichael's throat and assumes leadership. The group chases after Mitsuki. Wounding, revival in the aliens, compassion. Mitsuki is shot in the side during the chase. She bleeds and struggles in the toxic air, her strength draining. She finds the gardener, wounded and collapsed. She urges it to stay alive because she needs it to guide her forward. The gardener, in turn, restores her. It transfers what seems like a fluid from alien fruit into her mouth, reviving her. Then, several more gardeners appear. They surround the injured one and channel their life force, or energy, to heal it. Mitsuki is stunned by this act of communal restoration. It becomes clear the gardeners operate as a collective, caring for each other. Finale. Questioning allegiances in the mothership. Mitsuki staggers toward the mothership's entry point, leaving behind the shard bomb, uncertain how to proceed further. As she collapses from blood loss, the alien gardeners surround her. She sees them not as invaders but as a possible salvation. In their actions, healing, protection, they reflect empathy rather than conquest. Mitsuki's internal conflict intensifies. Maybe humans are the aggressors. The episode ends with Mitsuki passing out, surrounded by the aliens, suggesting the next turning point in her loyalties and how she perceives the invasion. If you liked it, subscribe to my YouTube channel. Recap of Invasion 2021, Season 3, Episode 9, Homecoming, spoilers ahead. Episode 9 is a tense, pivotal chapter that brings several characters back together, surfaces old memories, and sets the stage for a dramatic finale. 1. Mitsuki's recovery and changed perspective. The episode opens with Nikhil using the tracker on Mitsuki's neural dampener to locate her in the forest. They find her unconscious, drenched in what seems like blood. But when examined, there's no visible wound. At the camp, Anisha, acting as medic, tends to Mitsuki. Mitsuki gradually wakes and claims she was shot earlier by an Infinitas scout but was healed by the Gardeners, alien beings who appear to have intervened. This revelation shifts how Mitsuki views the alien, other, suggesting she may move towards sympathy or at least a more complex relationship with them. 2. Travante's memory and guilt. In parallel, Travante wanders through the dead zone looking for clues to the mothership's whereabouts. He stumbles and falls into a rocky crevice, which triggers fragmented memories of his earlier trip into the mothership. He recalls that Casper, under alien influence, stabbed him with the shard. In self-defense, Travante ultimately stabbed Casper back, but the memory reveals how much guilt he suppressed. He also remembers hiding in a blind corridor within the mothership, a place the aliens apparently couldn't detect. This corridor becomes key to the humans' plan. 3. Battle with Infinitas, deaths and betrayals. Meanwhile, Infinitas, the human cult that worships or follows alien ideology, led by Verna, mounts an assault on the WDC camp. But the WDC had rigged their camp with explosive traps. When Infinitas forces enter, the trap is triggered. Many militants are killed, forcing the attackers into disarray. During the skirmish, Tucker, one of Infinitas, grabs Joel, Verna's nephew, as a hostage, trying to bargain. Verna retaliates by shooting Joel dead to prevent the WDC from using him as leverage. In the chaos, Clark Evans is shot in the head by Verna. He dies, leaving Anisha devastated. Fortunately, Anisha's body armor spares her life. 4. Final movements toward the mothership. With the camp battle over and casualties mounting, the remaining WDC team, Travante, Nikhil, Mitsuki, Jamila, prepare to enter the mothership via the blind corridor path Travante recalled. Mitsuki guides them toward this entrance, leveraging her recent healing and connection with the aliens. The sense is that this final push into alien territory will determine the fate of the mission for Earth. Themes and significance. Belief and betrayal. Verna's devotion to the Infinitas ideology leads her to betray even kin, killing Joel, to maintain control. Alien versus human morality. Mitsuki's healing by the alien gardeners forces a re-examination of the assumed enemy. Humans, who squabble and kill, are contrasted with an alien collective that may operate on different ethics. Memory, guilt and redemption. Travante's tortured memories and suppressed actions killing Casper deepen his character arc. His guilt may influence choices in the finale. Sacrifice and loss. Clark's death is a major blow emotionally, particularly for Anisha, and raises stakes on what the characters are willing to lose. Tactical strategy over brute force. Rather than assault the mothership head-on, the use of the blind corridor shows clever planning, leveraging past experience and weaknesses. If you like this recap, subscribe to my YouTube channel for more recaps like this.
The invasion didn't end, it evolved. Earth is finally silent, but not because we won. Because something bigger is listening. You think humanity survived? Here's why that quiet ending should terrify you. Multiple alien frequencies appear across the globe. Militaries panic. Corporations launch private missions. And from the dead zone, Mitsuki returns. Alive. Change. Travante and Nikhil connect the dots. The aliens operate as a shared consciousness, a hive mind. If they can breach it, they can shut it down. If they fail, they might kill their own brains trying. But here's the crazy part, she may already be part of them. Back at the WDC camp, nobody trusts anyone. Politics versus science versus faith. Nikhil proposes a neural attack from inside the network. We don't need bombs. We need a human signal stronger than theirs. Mitsuki agrees. She believes the gardeners, those aliens that healed her, aren't pure evil. They communicate through emotion, not language. She's not just fighting them anymore. She's translating them. The mothership Labyrinth. Night. Acid purple sky. Mitsuki suits up, sneaks on board the mothership. Inside, a labyrinth of living wires, breathing walls. Touch a panel, it flares like a pulse under skin. On the ground, Anisha faces Verna, the Infinitas leader who's turned human fanatic. One holds a gun, the other holds a belief: the aliens came to fix us. The shot echoes through the hive. What if that gunshot was heard by a million alien minds at once? Inside the hive mind, Travante and Nikhil watch from command. Data spikes off the charts. Mitsuki stands before a wall of tendrils. She puts her hand on it. It responds, wrapping around her like she's home. "You hear me?" she whispers. The entire ship whispers back. She screams, a frequency humans can't produce, and the network trembles. That scream didn't just hurt them, it rewrote them. The detonation. Nikhil triggers the neural bomb. Every screen goes white. Aliens collapse midair. The hive mind fractures. Humanity actually wins, for 10 seconds. But then, a beam of light hits Mitsuki. She floats upward, eyes wide. "You found us," a voice echoes through her mind, "so we'll show you." Flash. She's gone. They didn't abduct her. They crowned her. Silence. Crashed ships cool across deserts and oceans. Jamila paints sunrise for the first time in months. Travante gets a promotion that feels like a punishment. Nikhil loops the last feed, freeze frame on Mitsuki's face, half smile. Anisha returns home, tells her kids the truth: "Your father's gone, but the sky is ours again." If it says, "Day 1, then what was everything before this?" Communication. Sacrifice. Beginning again. Humanity didn't end the war, we just unplugged from it for a moment. And somewhere beyond the static, Mitsuki is still sending a signal. She gave Earth its first day of peace. But peace wasn't the mission, connection was. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. Next I'll decode Mitsuki's final signal and why it proves the invasion is just phase 2.